I've spent over 1,000 days in Bali now, and fortunately enough, I have been able to go to like 100 different properties. So I don't actually rent like a long-term villa. I actually think it's worthwhile for my education and experience to stay at a different place like every week or so. So I'm always like moving around from like hotel to hotel or villa to villa or Airbnb to Airbnb, and it can be a bit of a hassle, but every single time I change, I usually learn or pick up on one little small detail. So I feel like I'm just absorbing all of this knowledge, and then eventually in the future, when we jump into real estate with our company Headstart Capital, we will have a massive knowledge edge. Something that I've noticed with the market is that previously I felt like most of the investors, they were Chinese, and I'm generalizing here. And with many Chinese mindsets, obviously there's some Chinese that think at a really high level, but there's a big majority of them, and this goes for all business people as well. Just happens to be the situation in Bali where these people, they just love to cut the costs, man. They just cut all the costs, and then like every time I stay at a place where there's a lot of problems, like I always find out that the owner is Chinese. Okay, now the Russians are starting to come in. The Russians are flooding the market, and the thing that I've noticed with the Russian properties, they're not afraid to spend big. They think big. Like I'm saying, a place right now, this is Russian owned. It is next level. Like they're not afraid to really go big on every single detail. And obviously it's Bali standards, like, so you can find things where like the construction wasn't 100% right, and it's nowhere near to an Australian standard. But I feel like there's a major lesson here. Like maybe previously the older builds where they were cutting corners, or the old, let's call it the older mindsets, they were cutting all of these corners, and they were probably making a great ROI. But you can't project that out for like 10, 20, 30 years. Like that will last, because now there's a higher quality investor coming into the market, and they're just there's way more value to the customer. Like I just love their properties so much more. And so I feel like they're going to absorb, all of the demand, and they're the ones that are going to be making the money into the future, which means everyone who was making great ROI with the old mindsets, they're no longer going to be as profitable as these new guys. So these new guys are going to take the market share, and I feel like this is with everything. Every industry is always evolving and always getting better. You always have to find a way to adapt.